What is going on, y'all? Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a few weeks since I've been live, and it's good to be back. My name is Chris, and this is Ending the Stigma, where I have cool conversations with cool people that God has brought out of the pits of hell most of the time, and just has done amazing things in their life. Um, from addiction to trafficking survivors to incarceration, any of the raw, nitty gritty kind of stuff. I love talking about or love talking to people about that kind of stuff. So thank y'all for joining us. If you are here, please drop a comment so I know you're here and so I can say hi to you. Let's see. I don't really have any news to say. We are planning, the Raven is planning an event probably in September. We're teaming up with a guy named Julio Torres. He runs the only sober living house in Cherokee County for men. The only one, period, but it's a men's house. He does a lot of outreach. We're going to Rolling Oaks, Texas, which is just up between here and Dallas, kind of. Never been there, don't know anything about it, but apparently it's got like a high homeless population, a lot of drug activity, all that kind of stuff. So we are planning an outreach to team up with him and go up there and do that in September, which I'm really looking forward to. And that's about it. So my guest tonight, and I got people popping in. Hi, babe. That's my honey. Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining us. Kenneth Dunner Jr., what's going on? Who's the LinkedIn user? I don't have LinkedIn pulled up, so I can't see who that is. Hang on, give me just a second. Got your privacy settings. Sorry, y'all. I squirrel out on the comments. It's Charles Johnson. What's up, Charlie? Good to see you, man. I got the chance to meet Charlie in Memphis at Christmas. David Cause is here. What's going on, man? Sri is here. Sri, I hadn't seen you in a while. All right. Anyway, my guest tonight, she's a trafficking survivor. I met her, I think, through Jennifer Vokey. My guest, it's been a couple of weeks, 3 weeks now, I think, that she was on. She was actually on for 2 episodes because she had so much going on in her life that it took 2 episodes to get through her story, which was really cool. And that was just an amazing, if you missed it, it's on YouTube, go check it out. But it was really it was an amazing testament to what the power of God can do. Anyway, my guest tonight, I met through Jennifer. Sorry, y'all. I met through Jennifer. I haven't heard any of her story, so I will be hearing it for the first time along with y'all. So y'all help me welcome Jennifer Burkart. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
I don't want to say you called me out during Jenny's thing. You asked me. Gosh. Well, okay. The Lord's been open.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I have a tendency to do that. Like somebody will pop in the comments and my guest will know them and they'll be like, hey, they've got a cool story. And I'll be like, send me a DM right now so I don't forget after the show and we'll talk about it. I do that all the time.
No, that's okay. That's cool though.
I love it. I've gotten some of my best guests that way.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on and just being willing to share your story. And I'll tell you, like I tell everyone else, start where you want to start and take us wherever you want to take us.
Okay. Well, as a child, I mean, I have great parents. I love them dearly. But I was diagnosed at school. School diagnosed me with a learning disability. So I'll be honest, I always felt out of place at school. I got teased a lot by the kids in school, to be honest. I got bullied a lot. And I always felt different and odd. And that label actually has haunted me till just recently. I felt honestly because I got that labeling that I was stupid. Flat out. And then I didn't feel like I belonged really anywhere. Like I said, I love my parents. My mom's a prayer warrior, which is awesome. Thank you, Jesus, for her.
Amen.
My dad's a cool dad. But me and him kind of butt heads. But
I understand that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like as a little girl, he has his own trauma he went through. So I kind of felt like I didn't get a lot of affirmation from him. And eventually, as I got older, guys started giving me attention. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And well, I accepted the Lord. I would say, well, I did the sinner's prayer, they call it,
Yeah.
as a preteen. And then I even got teased worse in school because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really felt like I fit in or anything. And as time went on, like I saw these other girls, like they were getting boyfriends. I wasn't getting any. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And okay, went through CNA school. I passed that, and I was working at a nursing home, and there was a male CNA there actually. And he actually was my first trafficker, to be honest. That's how we met. That we both were CNAs. I know it's weird. And I was really attracted to him, like really, really attracted to him. He was short. He was blonde. He was giving me attention, which I loved. Like I crave that attention from men, to be honest.
Yeah.
And even though I knew the Lord, like I knew more in my brain than in my heart.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah, and he was giving me attention. Eventually, well, he actually rode a bicycle to work, and I actually had a license at that time. By the way, I'm going to be going again for I lost my license being with him or whatever, but I'm going for my driver's test again August 28th. But so I would give him rides home from work because we both worked the same shift. And as time went on, like we started just kind of hanging out, and I felt attracted to him. And eventually he actually told me in order to date him, I had to start using drugs. So he started smoking pot and stuff just to get a boyfriend at that time because of my low self-esteem, though. And in time, then I don't know, time we started dating. I mean, I even moved in with the guy, and eventually, though, he asked me to have sex with his brother, basically, for money.
Mm.
And well, at the time, I mean, I was with him, and like he was, like being with him really twisted my reality. Light was dark, and dark was light. Actually, being with him.
Yeah.
He actually had a satanic Bible in our apartment. So yeah. Then he asked me, and I this was his, and I agreed with his logic at the time. He's like, $300 for a few minutes of work. That's not bad. I'm like, in my mind at that time, I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But at that time,
it's still terrible though.
Right. And I wanted to please him so bad too. Like the trauma bond thing is so real. I had that with him 100%. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I never, he cut me off, like typically like from my parents, from my friends. It was basically me and him, and his friends were my friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was, yeah. And I don't know, I mean, okay, eventually we did the deal for $300 or whatever. And eventually his brother wanted to do it again eventually. And I'm just, okay, I'll be honest, stuff was going crazy in the house. I'm just like, I honestly said no. So I didn't. Eventually though, we got busted by the cops, and that was totally the Lord. We did, okay. At that time too, we were growing pot in the house. He was growing pot, and he was selling pot besides. So, and we got busted, and that was just, that was craziness, but it was good. Because actually, I remember running out of the house quick. I ran to the cop shop because I was scared. Actually, my ex at that time too, my trafficker, he was like getting sick, like physically really sick. Like I had to lift him out of the couch and stuff. Like he was physically
wow.
And even at one point, I remember before I ran to the cop shop, actually, at one point I grabbed. Okay, he liked knives and guns. So we had guns all around the house. We had knives, samurai swords. I actually grabbed one of the knives and showed it to his brother. Like I really would have, if he wouldn't intervene. I mean, if need be, I would have stabbed his brother to protect us.
Yeah.
So, and then eventually the cops came to the house. I was at the cop shop. They were in the house, and I guess. Okay, according to the report, Mark opened the door because I was at the cop shop. And he asked what was good, and he tried to lure him away, but Dave popped his head out, and I guess, the brother threw pot plants all over the kitchen. So when they opened the door, they saw the pot plants, so we all got busted. But I feel like that was the Lord rescuing me, though, really, from that craziness, in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, jail, was it fun? No, but honestly, in some ways, it was better. because I actually was around women. Well, not the best example, but and I started then reading my Bible when I was in there and stuff again. Like my parents did, my parents did go to church with me as a kid, even though at the youth group, I know I'm hopping around. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Even at youth group though, I felt like I didn't belong. Like I always felt like the odd kid out in a sense. But and then then I went to the Bible studies at the jail and stuff, and eventually my parents had to go to court for it, and my parents didn't know about what happened between me and the brother, though the lawyer asked. My parents found out. But I thank the Lord for my praying mother. But my parents also had people at church praying for me too. My dad did too. He's not as strong spiritually as my mom is. But yeah. And then eventually, I got released. I ended up living with my parents for a while I was on probation. And eventually then I got my own place at low income housing. I'm still in low income housing, but I got my own apartment. And that was so surreal for me, to be honest. It's like he did everything for me. So, but while living at my parents, like I learned how to cook, I learned how to do my own laundry because he literally did everything for me. I was basically helpless.
Really?
Yeah. So I started cooking and doing things on my own, although eventually I reconnected with him. While I was on probation, they must have been the Lord, like I didn't get caught. We reconnected, and I actually started going out with him again just because of that trauma bond, though. Like I started seeing him and stuff, and actually
comfortable and familiar, probably.
Right, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's what it was. And he was my first, to be honest, too, the first guy I ever dated. So you add that to the mix.
Right.
Yeah, it was comfortable, and we started seeing each other, and eventually I started smoking pot a little bit again and just going back to the old ways. And actually, the apartment he had, I moved in because he was bad physically off. Yeah, and he was still alive. I guess he told me while he was in hospital that he almost died. I really don't know what the truth is or what isn't, but and I moved back in. I had a cat at the time. Right now, I have my cat locked in the bedroom so she doesn't distract me. But not the same cat; it's a different cat. But I had a cat, and I moved her in, and things were just the old crap was coming back, same old junk.
Yeah.
And I eventually moved out. I knew a Christian sister who I met while I was going to church with my parents. Her husband actually gave his testimony about how the Lord saved him while he was using. And I ended up talking to her. She helped me get out of the apartment from him. He's like, oh, so I guess he wanted to have dinner with me or something. He's like, oh, so you don't want to have dinner with this evil person? I honestly am like, yeah, no. So I ended up leaving him, and this time it was permanent though.
Yeah.
I left. I thank God I still had my low income housing. So I was paying for rent for this place and my low income housing too. So thank God I still had that apartment I could move back into.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Lord was totally, I look back now, like the Lord was really watching my back. Even though I really didn't have him in my heart, I don't think. Like I knew about him, but it wasn't down here. But he was totally watching my back. And eventually
it wasn't until I went to prison, and I was in prison for a couple of years before I went from the head relationship to the heart relationship and got that there's a difference there.
Oh, there's a big difference. That took me a while to get to the heart, but he just, it was, I don't know, right now life is good. Like I have I volunteer with the anti-trafficking group here in Sheboygan County called Freedom Cry. I volunteer there. My heart, though, is honestly in time I would like to mentor women. And actually tomorrow, this is really exciting. Tomorrow at Treasures, I have an interview to possibly be a mentor. But and I was still my healing, I never went to a safe house. A lot of girls seem to go to safe houses. I had to heal on my own. I had to live life and heal on my own.
Yeah.
So it's taken me a lot longer, I would say, probably than someone who's had a nice year at a safe house, kind of. And
Right.
but so I went through this thing called Trek, and actually before Trek, I ended up. Our AODA group is a great group, but I ended up hooking up with a guy there,
Mm-hmm.
and he started. Well, he got locked up in jail, and so I was like his sugar mama, basically.
Right.
Took care of him, and actually he asked me to, and I did. Actually, I had sex a few times with guys off Craigslist at that time when you could, for money to give him while he was in jail.
Yeah.
Because I liked this guy because he was younger than me, and I wanted that hole in my heart. Still wasn't like I didn't let the Lord fill it at that time yet. I still had that hole in my heart, and I wanted men. I think I had a little bit of lust too back then. So went through the healing, but I met some really great ladies. I actually do Friday prayers with them now. A lot of people really have poured into my life, and I'm grateful for them. And I'm in good relationship. I have a good relationship with my parents. Actually, when I was living with them, it was like bad. It was yelling and screaming. My dad was about ready to kick me out of the house when I moved in there.
What? So you mentioned earlier, you said he was your first trafficker. Were there other ones after him, or was it just him?
The one that I met at the AODA group was the only other one, a second one. We met at AODA thing, whatever. He had a car. I'm sure he saw me and he liked my body. And when he got locked up, then, like I said, he talked to me. I said, come, like, I thought I had a crush on this guy.
Yeah.
And I was giving him money. Like, I bet you, while he was locked up, I probably gave him like tens of thousands of dollars. Wow. I was on Social Security. I still am. I wasn't working a part-time job. I got a part-time job to help to support him. And I was giving him money here and there, and and eventually, like I said, I went on Craigslist then too, when they had those personal ads. Mm-hmm. I went and I hooked up with a few guys to get money for this guy. And eventually, though, I ended up just like not contact. He tried calling me or whatever. I just didn't have contact with him, so I got to leave. Yeah. And then the healing did kind of start. I did a thing called Trek. It's through church. It's kind of like life skills. And I realized that I was broken in a sense there.
Yeah.
And I started living at I just lived at my house, and I was going to eventually I did go back to the AODA group, and I did that for a while, and eventually I don't know, like I love praying. And I still do. I love praying. I believe that's one of the gifts God's given me is intercession.
Yeah.
So, I was at the ladies' prayer group, and I just started praying for traffickers, like that they would feel loved. Because I really didn't realize it at the time that I was. Maybe in a sense, part of me did, but I didn't fully. And then I started looking for places to volunteer at. So I found Freedom Cry, and I started volunteering there. But Jen, the head of Freedom Cry, we just talked, and she had me do, it's called Ending the Game. It's like a curriculum for girls who've been trafficked. And I started doing that and started volunteering there. And the Lord's really been taking me on quite the journey. And I mean,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, what kind of, lost my earbud.
No.
So what kind of stuff do y'all do there?
A Freedom Cry?
What all kinds? Yeah.
Well, it's like education, speaking. Like we have a walk here in Sheboygan. It's basically education right now. I know they want to open up a safe house in time. Mm-hmm. Like to open up a safe house for Sheboygan County. I mean, I'm part of the survivor support team. So, I mean, they do interact with survivors. I don't a lot right now. So that's why I want to I have here and there, but I notice a lot of the sisters are really broken. So I give them their space at the same time.
Yeah.
But Treasures, when I saw the post on Treasures, I'm like, I have to just apply and see what happens. So like I said, I have an interview tomorrow with them, a half-hour interview to see if we're a good fit for that.
So what is Treasures? Explain that one to us.
Treasures, it's a support group. That's how I met
Okay.
Jenny, actually, kind of originally. We both were a part
Okay.
of Treasures, I think the Bible study or support group. I don't remember which one. But we've gotten closer to last year, me and Jenny, actually.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's like they have like it's kind of like AOD in a sense, because like they have a support group, they have Bible studies, empowerment class, things you can take on Zoom. It's for any survivor of trafficking. Um, I mean, and even they give you a little welcoming bag, which is kind of nice, kind of sweet. If you know, like
Yeah.
makeup for a girl, and like they have a booklet from Treasures and books they give you, and it's nice because in Wisconsin, I don't know of many other girls that have went through what I've went through. So they seem to be maybe in the background, or I don't know. So that's why I
Do you
hooked up with
know
Treasures.
do you know Taylor Owens?
The name does not sound familiar. I don't know.
She is, I don't think she's on Facebook, but I know her from LinkedIn. She's from Wisconsin too.
Okay.
She's from Wausau.
Okay. You know what? Someone sent me something. I saw something on, I kind of do LinkedIn. Isn't she trying to open up a safe house? Or
Mm, I'm not sure that she's trying to open a house. She's a
so?
survivor and does a lot of like volunteer work and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I get my license, I would like to explore other cities, check out other places maybe where survivors
Yeah.
travel a little bit, drive a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. I've talked to her a few times on the phone
Yeah.
and on Zoom.
Oh,
She's
nice.
got a pretty cool story. I always love it, like when I get to talk to trafficking survivors after the fact, and like she's married and has kids and
Oh, that's nice.
runs her own business, and like
Oh, wow.
she's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I well, I don't have my license yet. That's something I'm working on. That was confidence. So, and a friend
Yeah.
mentioned, which is very interesting. When I lost my license, I was trafficked. I was when I was
Hmm.
getting trafficked by the first guy. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. But now, no, this is my second try.
Yeah. Thank
But
God for second chances.
yes, yes, thank you, Lord. And also
Yes.
though, that sonship school I was going through when I went to
Yeah.
Texas, that was awesome. Like it was through our church outside the box. It's called Pastor Jason's in Dallas, Texas. That's the church, actually his home church, and we're our church plant here in Wisconsin.
Okay.
But yeah, the class was really good for me. The Lord was prompting me to do it. And I know after I'm done with it. He pulled out those roots that I'm stupid. Those roots got pulled out because I got a
Yeah.
95% at the end of
Come on.
Sunday school.
Come on. Heck
Seriously,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So
That's
the Lord
awesome.
really, yeah, he showed me, now I truly, those roots are pulled out now. So let me tell you, it was a lot of work, but I
Oh,
did
I'm
it. I
sure.
did really good. I'm still impressed with 95%.
That's amazing.
It's mind blowing for me, but yeah. So
Isn't it funny how God let you go through stuff like that to show you and to
yeah,
break down some of your old thought patterns and preconceived ideas and all that?
right. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Like he doesn't just change your way of thinking. He lets you go through something so you
Mm-hmm.
actually get it. You know what I mean? Like you had to
Yeah,
go through it, you had to study, you had to take the tests and do all this stuff.
right,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh, I'm not dumb. I can do this.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I
that is
love it.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to eventually have a safe house down here too. There's one about an hour and a half away, but there's nothing in this county at all. There's one sober living house that my buddy Julio runs.
We do
But
have one of those too, actually.
do you?
Yeah, Samaritan Santa name's Cully, the head of our AODA group here, and it's faith based. The one actually that's one I mainly went to. Yeah, they have a male one. They would like to eventually, I guess, open up a female one here, one for
Yeah.
female.
Yeah, we want to have a male and a female one, and then a safe house for women and kids.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's needed. Like it's needed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, what do you see yourself doing? Like, you're going to go back and get your license.
Yeah.
Like, what's on the horizon for you?
Okay. In the future, I would like, the Lord knows it. I would like to get married eventually.
Yeah.
And I would like to do something, I think, in the anti-trafficking movement, something, if it's mentoring women somewhere or something. Like, I want to give them hope. Like, you can get out, you can heal. Is it easy? Honestly, heck no. Some days
Right.
I've cried, some days, but the Lord's gotten me through it. Like, He's delivered me from a lot. Like, you would have seen me at first when I got out till now. Like, my head would hang down low. You had that shame I had that shame at
Yeah.
beginning, and he has really, you would ask my friends, like, the Lord's done a lot in praying, and even it's just actually, too, my dream in the future with my future husband, so I guess I got to find a countryman. I would like to have, like, I love animals.
Yeah.
I would like to have like a hobby farm or something, maybe with donkeys or horses, and
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they could be therapy animals. And
I would love, like, ideally, that's kind of my dream too for the safe house, is to have it out in the country, have some animals there, because animals are healing, man. Like,
oh yeah,
whether it's a dog or a horse or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I would love to have the safe house, one, for security reasons, but two,
Right.
so I could have some critters out there, you know.
Yes, yeah, they are healing. For sure.
Yeah, mini cows.
There
Who
you
doesn't
go.
love a miniature cow?
Oh yeah, they are cute. Have you seen mini donkeys? They're really cute too. The mini
They're
donkeys.
really cute too. Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Although I wouldn't mind a full size donkey. Although they're social, so they do need friends.
Yeah, they do.
But also, I guess my friends at church would say I'm a good baker. And another thought of mine was like, well, maybe I could open up a bakery and have survivors work there or something. Or I'm just, whatever the Lord has for me, I'm willing to, even honestly willing to move out of Wisconsin, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I've lived here all my life. I don't mind it. Like, it is beautiful. Like the nature, the woods and everything, it is beautiful.
Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I'm a country boy. I lived in the city for a while. I lived in Houston for a while, and I absolutely hate it. I love living. Like, I live on family land right now.
Oh, nice.
It's about 35 acres. My house faces the woods.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
Sybil, potbelly pigs. Sybil has a pet potbelly pig. Listen to this. Listen to what this pig does. This pig, when it gets ready to go to bed, like, it has a blankie. And he knows he's not supposed to get on the bed without this blankie. So if they don't go get the blanket for him, he'll take the blanket, take it up on the bed, rearrange it and get it arranged, and then lay down on it.
They say pigs are intelligent.
Yeah, this is one of my Memphis sisters, and like, I got the chance to have dinner with her and her boyfriend in March when I was up there, and they were talking about the pig. They have the intelligence level of, like, what is it, Sybil? Like a kindergartner or something, or a toddler? Like, they're very smart and very social and very clean. Like, they keep it in the house.
Yeah, they're clean, huh?
Yeah.
They're not like a farm pig.
No. No.
That's cool. Yeah, I've always honestly, I've loved animals before I loved any man.
Yeah.
I've always had a love for animals.
Yeah, there's just something about them.
They are so healing. And they love you in a sense unconditionally.
Yeah.
Because even when I grew up, my parents, now we had cats too, and right now I have a cat because just for me being single and me being gone a lot, I don't want to neglect the poor dog. But I grew up with cats and dogs. My parents had a collie, Lassie. I remember her name was Lassie, though she was a tricolor. She was like my best friend when I was a kid. I felt like.
Yeah. There's something about, especially when you're going through something, just having an animal come up and just, love
like
they know, they can sense it.
Yep. Yeah, even my cat, when I have a bad day or something, or yeah, she'll come up to me and kind of sit on my lap. Although, don't get me wrong, she does like her private time alone, and I'm good with that, though.
Right.
Sit on the couch when she wants, and she'll come up to me once in a while. She's a
Yeah.
spicy, but I love her.
Most cats are.
Hmm.
They want to love on you and they want to love on you.
Right. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Oh, well, hey, Kalila. Do you know Kalila?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we've actually me and her started that prayer group on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and her started
Oh,
talking.
yeah, I'm part of that group.
Yeah,
The
I
prayer group
think
for survivors and allies.
yeah, I think Jenny somehow connected me and her together because she started
Okay.
asking me. Oh, actually, to pray for this, I am looking to get a governor's pardon for my felony because I was trafficked.
Hmm.
It's the pardoning board is looking at it. I'm waiting still to hear from them. That's how they do it in Wisconsin. Oh, actually, I went to Elevate Academy too, and I found out about them how. And I talked to lawyers for a while. That was like way back in 2020. But my lawyer dropped my case here in Wisconsin because she was ill. And at that point, I'm like, you know what, Lord, whatever happens, happens. If I have the felony, that's fine, whatever. And I think it was last year, another lawyer picked up my case. So I'm looking to get that pardon, a governor's pardon. That's how they do it here in
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So, and that would
So,
be
no, go ahead. Go ahead. And then I'll.
no, that would be nice. I mean, okay, I could shoot again if
Sure.
I wanted to.
Right. No, exactly.
And I could go to other countries if I wanted to too more, a little
Yeah.
more freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So do you know Alina Donahue?
No.
She's from Florida, and she was actually the first person in Florida that got her felonies overturned
Oh,
because she was
sweet.
trafficked when she committed them.
Hmm.
She was being forced to go in and steal iPads and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, she got it. If you don't know her, she's on Facebook too. She's on LinkedIn.
Okay.
She travels all over the country. She's doing big things. Um, but she's just as down to earth and just as sweet a person as you could ever
Mm-hmm.
hope to talk to.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like connecting with other survivor sisters. It's nice.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And yeah, exactly, David. We'll pray for the pardon for sure. It's been really eye opening, and since I kind of got into this space, and I really, just to be honest, like I kind of got it, and I'm not really in the anti-trafficking space, even though we want a safe house. Is whenever you're dealing with women in addiction, there's a good chance, or even dealing with addicts and drug dealers, like if they're pushing dope, there's a good chance
Hmm.
they're pushing women too. Uh,
Right.
and not all of them. I'm not trying to blanket anybody or whatever, but I mean, if you're an addict or you're selling drugs, there's a good chance you've either been, even if you're trafficking yourself to pay for your own habit. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Um,
Right. Yep. Hmm. Hmm.
so that's kind of the angle that we're going to go at it from, but just the eye opening that trafficking doesn't always look like loading people up in an 18-wheeler and driving them across the country like Hollywood portrays it.
Right.
It's,
Exactly.
it's
It's not
almost
like today.
always the boyfriend experience.
Yep. And that's what mine was.
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm. The Romeo pimp. Yep.
Yep. That's what Kalila's was. That's what Alina's was.
Hmm.
Almost everybody that I've talked to, that's what it's been. It's been the boyfriend,
Yeah. Yep.
which is sad.
Yeah. And actually, though, the first one I was with, he passed away.
Really.
First guy that trafficked me passed away. Yeah. Geez, I don't even know how many years it's been now. I want to say like 9 or 10 years. Yeah, I know. My parents actually told me eventually, hey, well, he was like physically not well. I mean, honestly,
Right.
knew since he was a teenager. So yeah, and I think between that and he was very angry and bitter from his past. I think all that stuff just eventually caught up with him. Or I like kind of look at it as the Lord maybe rescuing me too, because who knows if he'd still be around.
Right.
You know. Yeah, he passed away. The other one is still alive. The second one. I saw him, I want to say like I went to Samaritan's Hand again just to get because okay, there aren't a lot of women there, but sometimes. So I want to give women support, and he was there actually, and it's crazy at the end though. I think I had forgiven him too because I prayed forever. Well, like I did the prayer at the end. I could have walked out.
Right.
It takes time though to forgive, and I won't
Sure.
lie. I still sometimes traffickers part on my flesh would like to pummel them till they're bloody. I won't lie.
Right.
That's just my flesh though. Like my spirit
It
really,
is.
I know the Lord, they're still God's children.
Yep.
So that's a work in progress, yeah,
But it's a very understandable work in progress.
yeah.
When you've been through it like that, it's
Yeah.
got to be hard to be able to come to that point where you can say, all right, I forgive him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pray for him, and
Right.
all the things, all the good things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, this has been good.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed hearing it. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we get off here?
I just, if there is anyone,
Not that I'm trying to rush you, but just like,
no, right. Well, if there's anyone, there is hope, and the Lord really is though the key. I think really having Jesus in your heart, getting that relationship with. Oh, I should say, I got him in my heart probably when I was about 38. The Lord actually, it took me really took me time to get it from there to here.
right.
And I broke soul ties. Okay, even after I got trafficked, I was still dating guys that were toxic. Even though actually, honestly, the last one I was with a few years ago was toxic. I didn't realize it at the time. He was a wolves in sheep's clothing. But I broke soul ties, and the Lord's just been doing a lot. Right now, I'm really, because the dating world right now is my Atlanta. So I'm good with my cat right now till the Lord brings the right one.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, after I went through a divorce, like I was single for 4 years, got in a relationship that was toxic as all get out. The one I'm in now is amazing.
Nice, good.
But we're just like we're taking it slow. But I needed those 4 years to figure out really like who I was.
Right. Exactly.
I needed God to work on me. Because I was fresh out of prison, got married, thought I had everything figured out, and I absolutely did not. But God used those 4 years that I was single. 3 years. It was 3 years, a little over 3 years. Because this was last year. Anyway, those 3 years I was single to just like do an amazing work and let me be comfortable by myself.
Right.
And then because you can't be happy with somebody if you're not happy being by yourself.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I've learned that. Yeah.
Exactly, babe. Yep. She said it as I was saying it.
You gotta learn to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Yes. And I mean, I'm still learning about me in some ways because even when you're with those men, you conform. You conform to whatever John wants to be or whoever, or your trafficker wants you to be. So you really lose yourself in a sense while you're in that.
Right.
And I mean, as far as that goes, though, even my style changed just last winter. I wanted to wear flannel where I never did before. I'm still finding out who I am, and I'm learning to really love and appreciate who the Lord has made me. That's taken me a long time. I'm 52. That's probably taken me quite a few years, honestly, probably about 50 years. But
that's a hard thing, man. I say all the time that I went to prison and I hate I had to spend a little over 8 years there, but I wouldn't trade those 8 years for anything because 4 of those years, God was pouring into me through different volunteers. It was so crazy. Like I was in the first group of guys that went through the faith-based storm. We opened up the faith-based storm there. And there's volunteers coming from all over the Houston area, and they didn't know each other, but they were all for the first couple of years of that 4 years that I was in that dorm. They were all teaching on your identity in Christ and who the Bible says you are versus who the world says you are. So I was just saturated with that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Before I got out. Yeah, it was 100% a God thing.
Yeah. Psalms 139, I recommend everyone reading that. That's so good. Just it talks about, actually there are a few verses I really like in it. Let's see if I can find it in here. 17 and 18. It says, every single moment you're thinking of me. How precious and wonderful to consider that you cherish me constantly in every thought, O God. Your desires towards me are more than the grains of the sand on every shore. When I awaken every morning, you are there. And like I'm
Love
learning,
it.
yeah, like, and I'm learning to trust him now. It's taken me time to really to trust in the Lord and just like believe him in a sense.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and that's the thing though, that like whenever you've gone through everything that you've gone through, or any of us, when you've gone through stuff and you've just been beat down and you believe all this negative stuff about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
learning to trust him and learning to accept who he says you are
Right.
is not easy.
No.
Like it's a process. Oh,
Oh
there's
yeah.
Jennifer. There she is.
Hey, Jen. Hey.
Hey, hey.
Hi. So good to see you, sister.
Right.
Yeah, she told me she actually was coming in. She was going to come on eventually to support me. She is such a sweetheart.
She
Like,
is.
yeah, we just this last year, 2025, we've like gotten to know each other in a deeper level, and oh, it's so cool. I
Yeah.
loved her to bits. Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Hopefully,
amazing.
after I get my license, me and her actually can meet face to face.
Right. Yeah, because she's in Canada.
Yeah.
She was in the U.S. this year though.
Yeah, she said we'll figure something out, me and her. Hmm.
Yeah, I love it when I get to meet my social media friends in real life.
Yeah.
Like I got to meet Kalila in real life. I met her at
Mhm.
Christmas the same time I met Charlie, the guy that was on at the beginning.
Okay.
At Christmas in Memphis, her and her husband. And she's just as delightful in person as she is online. Like she's just her and Brad both are amazing.
Oh yeah, I want to travel around the United States, and like I do want to visit Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to go places. I want to travel.
Yeah. Yeah,
Survive.
you should definitely meet her. She would be on my bucket list of people to meet, especially in the survivor world.
Yeah.
She's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, although it's only been through messaging and stuff and Facebook, but Kalila has poured into me too.
Hmm.
Like, really has blessed me too.
Yeah, cool. All
Yeah.
right, guys, let's see. Next week I have who do I have? No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. I have Scott and Jennifer Shook. They are fellow Texans. I actually met Jennifer on Facebook. I don't even remember how, who. Oh, no, on LinkedIn. Oh, he was on LinkedIn. A friend of mine was advertising her podcast or something, and we connected. So she's never really struggled with addiction, but her husband has. And they met whenever he was locked up here in Texas, got married while he was locked up. They've been together for like 25 years now or something, which almost never happens in a jailhouse romance. It's
Mhm.
usually a disaster waiting to happen, but God has worked in it. And he relapsed on alcohol and ended up getting locked back up for a year. And she stuck with him, and God's still like mending and doing things. And um, actually had a Zoom with them week before last, and they've got just an amazing story. And I love having couples on. Like
Nice.
it's always fun to me to
Mhm.
have couples on to hear both sides of,
Yes.
especially if they were together
Mhm.
through something.
Oh, for sure. Yes. I'm intrigued. I want to check that out.
Yeah, so they'll be on next week.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. And then the week after that, I have Chris Smith. Chris has been on before.
Mm.
Uh, he's in Tennessee. He's big in the recovery world, and he's got some cool stuff coming up. So
Nice.
yeah, it'll be good. Well, Jennifer, we are
Well,
coming up on time. Thank you so much for coming on
okay.
and hanging out with me.
Yeah,
I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I was going to say thank you for calling me out.
Yeah. I'm good at that, putting people on the spot.
Yes.
Thank you for saying yes. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
you're
I
welcome.
can't wait to just follow along and see what God's going to continue to do. Like
Hmm.
I can just tell by your heart, like he's going to do big things.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I appreciate
Yes.
all the support. Y'all have been here with me for 4 or 5 years now, and I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week.